I'm Maureen Draper. I've spent many years studying music and teaching music, working with people who are trying to find the music they need at various times of their lives. I wrote a book on this subject, The Nature of Music, Beauty, Sound, and Healing. And the essential question that I've gotten from most people is, how can music help me when I really feel stuck? Because, one definition of depression is feeling stuck with no movement, no light. And there's several things that I suggest. The piece that I was just playing, a beautiful impromptu in G-flat by Schubert, is what I would call water music. It's the kind of music with a flowing movement that seems to loosen the joints, that goes into some of the darker crevices, some of the stuck parts of the body. Partly it's the rippling, watery effect of the music, and of course the melody is very beautiful. I also suggest to people that they try to find, besides watery music, and you can all find your own examples. Debussy has many guitar pieces that are very soothing, and the guitar sound alone can be very loosening and comforting to people. But I also suggest to people, which may surprise you, that they listen to music that has some movement in it. Listen to this piece, a little bit of this, for example. Goes on and on. Of course, it's familiar to most of us as the beautiful Blue Danube. But like so much healing music, it begins rather slowly. Klezmer music does the same. Irish laments do the same, and then gradually speeds up. In other words, it tries to begin in a more gentle, slow pace where our emotions may be, and then pulls us into a slightly faster rhythm. It may even make you want to get up and dance after a few minutes. But there are times when you may really need to stay with the slower movements and the slower, more intimate, poignant sounds in order to express and echo where you are. This is the traditional way that music therapy works. You try to find where the client is and join them in that tempo, in that mood, and then slowly bring them into another place that contains a little more movement, a little more, a little brighter sound. this little piece I'll play a bit of from Schumann, I think is one of the tenderest pieces of music. And I find it talks to me in a way that very few pieces do, even when I'm in a very, very quiet and introverted place. Schumann himself had a rather manic depressive personality and in fact gave names to his introverted side, Eusebius. This piece is an example of that. And the more extroverted side was he named Florestan. I think it can be very helpful to find music that really expresses one's mood. And then we can think about going on from there to perhaps the next question to ask ourselves is, how do I want to feel? What kind of energy do I want to feel in the body? Do I want a little more movement? Do I want a little more brightness? We all respond a little differently to music, and there's music for every mood, for every emotion. If your taste is more in a popular music mode, there are pieces for you as well. I tend to think more in the classical vein because I find the more difficult emotions can be expressed better by more complex music. But you'll find in the back of my book I have music for different moods, for lifting a mood, for settling into a deeper mood. I have music for the 4 elements if you want more fire or more earth or more water. There are suggestions in all of those realms. So I hope that by asking yourself repeatedly the question of how do I want to feel, and what music contains those emotions or those states that I can find in myself, because all of this music is about the human experience, and I think we can all find something for every mood and every need if we experiment just a little bit. I'm Maureen Draper, and I hope you've enjoyed this brief exploration.